Ah, there he is. Welcome aboard. Here for a glass of Goudet Diamant. I was just celebrating God's return out of the ground and back up into the sky.
If you haven't heard yet, Deathstroke is rumored to be joining James Gunn's DC Universe. This might just be the perfect opportunity to see Keanu Reeves take on the role of Deathstroke, a villain who could bring a lot to various movies and TV series in the franchise. So, let's dive into what we know about the potential solo Deathstroke project in James Gunn's DC Universe. James Gunn seems to have hinted at a major addition to his DC Universe, with a potential new era of DC movies and TV shows underway following the conclusion of the DCEU in 2023. Gunn's DC Universe is buzzing with development for various films and series, including fresh takes on iconic heroes and villains from the DC canon. On Instagram, a fan directly asked Gunn about plans for Deathstroke, prompting him to respond with a winking emoji. This playful response suggests that Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, is indeed slated to join Gunn's DC Universe. The last time Deathstroke appeared on the big screen was in the DCEU, portrayed by Joe Manganiello. However, it appears unlikely that Manganiello will return to reprise the role, especially after Gunn advised him to move on from Deathstroke due to stalled plans. As Gunn's vision for the DC Universe takes shape, fans can anticipate a fresh interpretation of Deathstroke and other beloved characters as part of this exciting new chapter in DC's cinematic and television universe. When considering where Deathstroke might make his debut in James Gunn's DC Universe, one compelling option is the Teen Titans movie. In the comics, Deathstroke is a prominent adversary of the Teen Titans, and while the team hasn't had a big screen outing yet, they've been featured prominently in the live-action TV show Titans on Max, where they faced off against Deathstroke. Given Deathstroke's dangerous reputation, he would be a formidable antagonist for the Teen Titans in their cinematic debut. Starting here could also pave the way for Slade Wilson to appear in other DC Universe films and TV series. While he may not appear in The Brave and the Bold initially, the Teen Titans film could serve as a launchpad for potential sequels or spin-offs. Looking ahead, it would be intriguing to see Deathstroke as part of a villainous group in a future Justice League movie. Despite the disappointment of how the DCEU handled Deathstroke, Gunn's DC Universe appears poised to give the character a fresh start and a meaningful role. For now, fans eagerly await further details as Gunn unveils his vision for Deathstroke's cinematic rebirth. Furthermore, following a successful debut year, John Cena is set to return for Peacemaker Season 2. All main cast members whose characters survived Season 1 will also be back for the new installment. Peacemaker and Deathstroke nearly crossed paths in the DCEU, with Slade Wilson considered for a role in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Season 2 of Peacemaker could potentially explore this connection. It's been revealed that Peacemaker Season 2 will feature Cena's Christopher Smith facing off against Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr., driven by vengeance for his son's death. This sets the stage for significant crossovers between the DCEU and DCU, as Season 1 was rooted in the previous universe. To solidify Cena's role in the new franchise, the series may include guest appearances from various DCU characters. For instance, Grillo's transition from animated to live action for Peacemaker Season 2 hints at broader integration. Deathstroke, known for his TVMA level of intense action, could seamlessly fit into the gritty, bloody world of Peacemaker. There's no better project in the DC Universe for Deathstroke to make his debut than the upcoming Teen Titans movie. While the superhero squad has been featured in DC's Titans series on the small screen across 4 controversial seasons, they have yet to headline a major film. In the comics, Slade Wilson is primarily known as a Teen Titans villain, making him a perfect overarching foe for the team in the DCU. A subtle introduction of Deathstroke in the shadows, reminiscent of his portrayal in the classic 2003 Teen Titans animated series, could set the stage in the first movie. If the Teen Titans receive multiple films, ideally a trilogy, Deathstroke's role could expand significantly with each installment. This progression could culminate in a live-action adaptation of Teen Titans: The Judas Contract, which would be a monumental addition to the DCU. Additionally, Deathstroke could branch out beyond Teen Titans into solo projects for some of its members, such as a potential Nightwing movie, further enriching his presence in the expanding DC cinematic universe. Another promising project for Deathstroke could be the DCU's Batman reboot. Following Ben Affleck's portrayal of the Dark Knight in the DCEU, a new actor will take on the role of Bruce Wayne in Batman's The Brave and the Bold movie. The film's focus will be on Damian Wayne and his bond with Bruce, marking the first live-action exploration of their relationship. While Ra's al Ghul is set to be the primary antagonist, the movie could also incorporate other iconic members of Batman's extensive rogues gallery, including Deathstroke. Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke was originally planned to have a significant role in Affleck's canceled Batman film. The upcoming DCU reboot of Batman presents an opportunity to revisit and possibly fulfill those plans, albeit with different actors embodying Batman and Deathstroke. This could provide a fresh perspective on their dynamic and introduce Deathstroke into the new Batman universe, enriching the narrative and expanding the scope of DC's cinematic offerings. On the flip side, James Gunn might also consider introducing Deathstroke in his own solo movie project within the DC universe. Given Gunn's track record of exploring complex characters and crafting engaging narratives, a Deathstroke solo film could delve deep into Slade Wilson's backstory, motivations, and moral complexities. Gunn's approach could provide a fresh perspective on Deathstroke, showcasing his skills as a deadly mercenary, his intricate relationships with allies and enemies, and his personal struggles and vulnerabilities. Such a solo project could flesh out Deathstroke as more than just a villain, but a multifaceted anti-hero navigating a morally gray world. By focusing on Deathstroke's solo journey, Gunn could explore themes of redemption, revenge, and the consequences of a life spent in the shadows. This approach would not only expand the DC universe, but also offer audiences a deeper understanding and appreciation of one of DC's most intriguing characters. Whether as part of a team-up or in his own standalone adventure, Deathstroke, under James Gunn's direction, holds the potential to be a compelling and unforgettable addition to the DC cinematic landscape. And if Keanu Reeves were to take on the role of Deathstroke in James Gunn's DC universe, it would undoubtedly add another layer of intrigue and excitement. Reeves has proven himself adept at portraying complex characters with depth and intensity, making him a compelling choice for the ruthless mercenary Slade Wilson. His presence could bring a unique blend of physicality and emotional gravitas to the character, aligning well with Gunn's penchant for injecting depth into his ensemble casts. Reeves' star power and ability to immerse himself in roles would likely elevate Deathstroke into a memorable and formidable antagonist within Gunn's vision for the DC universe. The prospect of seeing Reeves' interpretation of Deathstroke possibly interacting with characters like Peacemaker or other iconic DC figures promises an exciting future for the character and the broader DC cinematic landscape. Finally, a rebooted Suicide Squad movie could be the avenue through which Deathstroke enters the DCU. James Gunn had initially considered including Slade Wilson as part of the main team in 2021's The Suicide Squad, alongside characters like Peacemaker and Harley Quinn. While that didn't materialize, there's still ample potential for Deathstroke to take on a pivotal role as the field leader of a revamped Suicide Squad in the DCU. With the team's history of betrayals and Amanda Waller's relentless pursuit of her goals, Viola Davis's character could be assembling a new Suicide Squad lineup. This could begin with introductions in the announced Waller series, leading to a full team formation in the Suicide Squad movie. Deathstroke and other DC villains could then be tasked with hunting down characters like Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and Ratcatcher 2 among the surviving members of the previous squad. Given Deathstroke's status as a major villain and his history with various iterations of the Suicide Squad in the comics, his debut within the team would be a fitting entry point into the DCU. This could set the stage for Deathstroke to become a central figure within the Suicide Squad, appearing across multiple projects and contributing to the expanding narrative depth of DC's cinematic universe. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.